Hello, awesome resellers. So today I wanted to talk about this disc model, and I have mentioned this before on my Instagram, and this is how I used to sell quickly to customers. So basically this model is sharing that there's people that are outgoing, there's people that are reserved, there's people that's task oriented, and there's people that are people oriented. And according to this model, you're going to interact with each person in a different way. So the dominant is the outgoing, and then they're the task oriented. The cautious is reserved and task oriented, and the supportive is people oriented and reserved, and inspiring is outgoing and people oriented. So if you could guess what I am, so I'm not shy, right? I'm outgoing, and then I'm not really task oriented. You always know because I'm never wanting to do my inventory, and then this is people oriented. So that means that I would be in the I category, inspiring. So the way that you would work with me is I'm influencing, impressionable, interactive, impressive, and involved. And I'm outgoing and with people. So with a personality type like mine, you would be like inspiring me, like, oh, if you purchase with me, I'm going to donate to the COVID virus pandemic, and we're just going to change lives, something like that. And then like a D is a dominant personality. It's direct, demanding, and they're decisive and determined and endure. So someone like this, when you're selling to them, they would say something quick like, I want this by Friday for a party I have. Can you get it by Friday? And then the way you might respond to someone like that is you'll say, I'll have it to you by Wednesday. Instead of saying like fluffy things like, oh, I want to change the world with what I sell for you, And then there's cautious and supportive. So my husband is more reserved and he's more task oriented. So this is a cautious person. This person is more calculating, competent, conscientious, contemplative, and careful. So when you sell to someone like this, like a posher that's like this, they might be like, well, what are the inseams? What is the outseams? What's the measurements? What is the fabric? Like they're more like particular, so you would be like really particular back with them. You would say it's really soft, it's gentle, it's inseams, outseams is this, and the fabric is this and that. So you would be more specific with someone like this. The supportive type is stable, steady, sweet, and status quo, and they're shy. So with somebody supportive, like you wouldn't want to be pushy, you wouldn't want to be inspiring or too calculating. You would be more like letting them set their pace. So you would say something like, oh, you could just see this Zara sweater in my shirt in my closet, and if you want to buy it, you could just take a look at it and then get back to me whenever you want to buy it. So you don't want to push them. So every time you're working with a person, whether it be in person or on the internet, once you kind of understand each character and personality that you're selling to, then you'll be able to be more effective to the way they communicate. So like, for instance, if there's a cautious person and they're like, I want to know the measurements, I want to know the fabric, I want to know if this is good for fall or winter, and I'm saying like something like, hi, how's it going? How's your kids? How are your family? They wouldn't like that because they just want details. But if you did that to someone who's like this, who's impressionable and they're interactive, then they would like that friendly banter. With the dominant, you wouldn't want to do friendly banter. You wouldn't give them specifically what they asked for at the moment they asked for, and they're kind of like really strong personality and they're kind of like directing the show. With the supportive, they're just sweet and they're status quo. They don't want to like break the status quo. So you say like, everybody's buying this, don't you want it? Like it's like the popular trend right now. So something like that would react best with supportive type. So once you understand this model, you know how to work with each personality and how to sell best to each person. I hope this helps somebody. It's really interesting. There's a book about it. If you wanted to read about it, it's going to be really helpful for you.